What's going on, everyone? So the Lakers finally played like the team that I believe they could be, right? Lots of videos this offseason, before the season began, talked about the vision that I had for this team, right? And you saw in the in-season tournament, okay, this team can really lock down, be the best defense, be a team that can go and win something, right? Lakers won the in-season tournament. I understand it's not the NBA championship, but you could visualize, like, okay, like I could see this team winning the in-season, or winning not only the in-season tournament, but the NBA championship, right? 5 games over 500. Let's go. It's been a tough stretch. All the injuries, in and outs, everything. Can this team perform? Can this team translate the success of the in-season tournament to the actual season? And they did the complete opposite. They were awful. The one game that they had was against the Spurs in a game that they almost blew by 3 points. And then they followed that up by losing to the Spurs. They lost 5 out of their last 6 or whatever, leading in this Oklahoma City game. And this was a game where it was like they have to have urgency. The Lakers need to play desperate. And they changed the starting unit, right? It's like, oh, D'Lo's coming off the bench, right? Credit D'Lo. We'll talk about him later in this video. But credit D'Lo for coming off the bench, accepting that role, not causing a fit, playing well, right? Again, we'll touch on that here in a moment. But the Lakers went with full on, let's go with the defense, right? And it's something that I talked about heavily, just period, right? Our offense is terrible. We're 26th in the league offensively, but we're 7th in defense. Let's just lean into the defense and then make the adjustments accordingly to have the success that we need. And the Lakers did that. The Lakers went the defensive route, right? LeBron James, Anthony Davis, they had to carry a majority of the load. LeBron James was phenomenal. 5 of 5 from 3, 8 of 8 from, or 9 of 9 from the free throw line. My apologies. 2 blocks, 2 steals, only 3 turnovers. Lakers took care of the basketball. 40 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. The guy is ridiculous, right? Lakers shot 50% from the field and 50% from 3. Now, here's the thing. I don't expect the Lakers to shoot 50% from 3, right? Or even necessarily 52% from the field. But what they can do is the things like keeping the turnovers low. They were under 10 turnovers. Keeping the assists high. They were 37 assists this game, right? Every time the Lakers get 30-plus assists, they win. I don't think the Lakers have lost a game this season where they've gotten 30 or more assists, right? When the Lakers are sharing the basketball and it's a collective effort and it's a team effort and it's not just like, oh, LeBron James and Anthony Davis dominating the basketball and nobody else stepping up, right? Like you had 6 guys in double figures, all 3 guys off the bench. I mean, Hayes played 6 minutes, but basically all 8 rotation guys, 6 of the 8 were in double figures. Like, that's the team. The energy, the effort, the hustle, the defense. In my opinion, this was the best game that the Lakers have played thus far for several reasons, right? 1, they were desperate. They needed this win. They showed up. 2, they've been terrible on the road. Lakers got a road win. 3, the big question has been, okay, the Lakers can beat the bad teams. They can kind of beat the middle of the pack teams, but can they beat one of the better teams in the league? Can they beat a team that is really good, right? And that wasn't even like, can they beat a team like that on the road? That was just like, can they beat a team, period? And the Lakers answered all of those questions, right? And once again, showing when the Lakers lock down and when they focus and they decide, okay, we need to play some meaningful basketball, they can do that and lead to success. The problem is this a one-off or is this now the new norm? Do the Lakers finally, because I'm not ready to crown the Lakers as, okay, here we go, they're contenders again, right? Lakers are back, baby. This is it, right? Like, I hope that's the case. I hope that this is the game that we look back at and go, okay, that was the moment the Lakers turned their season around, right? Teams lose. It happens. Even if the Lakers lost this game with the effort and energy that they played, I would have defended them, right? I defended them in the Timberwolves loss, right? Because I was like, the energy was there, the effort was there. If you add LeBron, you can make the argument the Lakers win this game, right? But If they played with that energy and effort, they're going to win more games. Guess what? The Lakers go in, they play Oklahoma City Thunder, and they play with that effort. In my opinion, they played with even more effort, and the Lakers ended up getting the win. And they're going to win more times than not. If the Lakers play this way and they have a loss, because all teams lose, no team has ever gone 82-0, right? So if this team can play this way, even the games that they lose, you can justify it because it's like, okay, that was just an anomaly. That was a one-off rather than the norm. The problem is the game that the Lakers played against the Thunder, that was the anomaly. That was the one-off. That was the norm thus far this season. Can the Lakers, is this the turning point, right? Is this the moment? I thought the in-season tournament win would be the turning point, and it turned out it wasn't. The Lakers are in good shape if they can win like 2 of their next 3 games. They got the Hornets, which that should be 1. Can they beat Boston in LA? They're at home, Christmas Day. If you were ever going to show up for a big game, that's the game to show up on. If they can beat the Boston Celtics or they can beat the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? You go into June, you could be minimum, 2-3 games or 3 games. It'd be 3 games over 500, which isn't great, but you got a very good, and I mean very good, January schedule to where by the end of January, you could be, 8 to 10 games over 500. And that is where the Lakers need to be, right? I mean, you're talking like something like 12 of their first 13 games in January are all at home, right? One of the road games is against the Clippers, so that's technically a home game. But what that does is that now you don't have to do the travel. Now you don't have to be tired. You get to sleep in your bed. You get your doctors and your treatments and all that stuff, right? Like, the Lakers have had a lot of mileage. And the Lakers, if they can continue to put the pieces to the puzzle here, continue to play the way that they played today, they're going to win a lot of these games. They're going to win a lot more than they lose. Because that was the Lakers that I believe could win a championship. That was the team that I look at and go, okay, I'll take them over anybody, right? I'll take my chances. Right? If the Lakers get in the playoffs, regardless, right, even if they played the way that they had prior, I think, one, you saw the in-season tournament. That gives you some, like, okay, Lakers can play medieval basketball, but also take my chances with LeBron James and Anthony Davis healthy in the playoffs. If those two show up, then we have a chance at least, always, right? And Anthony Davis, the way he's played this year has been phenomenal. I mean, this is the best he's looked since the bubble, right? He's hitting his jumper. He's hitting threes. I mean, he's playing great. LeBron is the most efficient and effective he's been since his Miami days. It's a different team, right? But again, can they continue to play this way? Another thing, too, is Darvin Ham, right? We're so quick to get on Darvin Ham's helmet, to get on like, oh, this dude, he's not a coach, he's not this, he's not that, and just criticize him. He deserves credit for this game. This was arguably the best coach game he's had this season. He was excellent in several ways. I really liked the way that he went about and approached the rotations. I love the way that he kept guys in that were hot. Like Rui played 30 minutes. Right? Could you nitpick and find things that he could have done? Of course. But you could do that for every coach and every game in the history of coaches. No coach coaches a perfect game. Right? But he did about as good of a job and as close of a job as you could. I thought the timeouts, the execution, everything. He had a plan. He stuck to the plan and it worked out. Right? And I appreciate that. And I think he deserves credit for that. Right? This is a guy that, again, we're so quick to, oh, he's fire Ham, he's a bum, he's this, he's that. And we need him. Again, he hasn't been great by any stretch of the imagination. He's not the only problem. Like, people like to act like he's the sole problem. Like, you get rid of Darvin Ham, the Lakers are the best team in the league. That's not the case. Now, if the Lakers continue to play the way that they played against the Thunder, then yes, right? If Darvin Ham continues to coach the way he coached against the Thunder, then yes, right? It's never too late to turn it around. We need him to turn it around. D'Lo, right? Credit D'Lo. He accepted the role. I'm sure he wasn't happy about it. I'm sure he wasn't like, oh, yeah, like this is the best. There's a lot of questions. Now, is he going to be able to continue to play this way is a question, right? Can he continue to perform well? I'm not necessarily saying he has to get 15 points in 17 minutes, but can he continue to be impactful, be productive, right? D'Lo, Reeves, and Rui, those three guys off the bench, you're talking about the best bench unit in the league by far. Talking three guys that you can make an argument to start on most teams in the league. And they're coming off the bench for you. And this game, they gave you 47 points. They gave you 47 points, 10 rebounds, and 14 assists. All of them shot efficiently. All of them shot effectively. A lot of that was sharing the basketball, as I mentioned, right? All three of them shot the three ball well, right? But can they continue that? Can D'Lo continue to perform that way? Give credit where credit's due, right? But I need to see that production continue. Because, in all honesty, it would have been in his best interest to just not play well. He's coming off the bench, right? If I play well, then that just gives them more incentive to keep me on the bench. And it just, and now you're looking at it as like, okay, well, now I'm only getting 17 minutes, right? But it also could affect him later on down the road. He could be looking at it as like, okay, I'll play nice for right now, but I need to get back in the starting unit, right? If he continues to play 17 minutes, is he going to be happy about that? Is that something he's going to be okay with? What this does do is this does raise his trade value. Because if he can continue to be efficient and effective, especially off the bench, that looks really good. Because Lakers still need a trade. Even if the Lakers continue to play the way that they just did, they still have holes and issues that they need to address, right? And I still have my concerns with that starting unit. Right? I love the Davis, LeBron, Reddish, Prince, Vando. It was sizable, switchable. You could basically switch 1 through 5. Rebounded well, defended well, all of it. But, again, offensively, it's requiring a lot from LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And even more so, I think Taurean Prince. You're putting a ton of pressure on Taurean Prince. If he continues to shoot 40% like he is, then that's great. Then I think you'll be okay. But, this is a guy that is supposed to just be a role guy that now you're asking him to really, he has to be in the double digits basically every game for this starting unit to work. So I could see at some point D'Lo getting back into the starting unit or maybe Rui, they experiment. I could see some different experimentations, but, D'Lo's got to continue to perform well, right? Because even if the Lakers keep him and they don't trade him, if he plays the way that he did and can continue to impact the game in a positive way, especially off the bench, that just makes us even better, right? D'Lo and Reeves is hands down the best. Even if you hate the Lakers, there's no denying that that's the best bench backcourt in the league. Talking two guys that can go get you 30 each on any given night. Two guys that collectively could probably give you 30 every night. You got playmaking, you got everything. They're shooting. Two guys that are capable of shooting 40%, right? Now they're going to be going up against bench unit guards and bench defenses and stuff. And these are two guys that you can make an argument to start. Now coming off the bench, I expect this to go well. But again, can the Lakers continue? They have a real test, talking the best team in the league. The Celtics have been by far the best team in the league. And they are coming off of a huge blowout win over the Clippers, who have been very hot lately, right? So this is huge for the Lakers. It's a real opportunity. You're at home, Christmas Day. If you were ever going to take a game serious, it's this game, right? The rivalry, Lakers-Celtics, all of it. Lakers need to go out there and get this win. I love that we beat OKC. OKC's been very good. They were hot. They were on a win streak, all of that, right? We ended all of it. But we need to continue to perform. Again, consistency. That's my biggest thing. Can they play and provide that level of consistency? Lakers have been very good at being, inefficient. Even game to game, right? You watch some of their games and it's like they're the most efficient, inefficient team in the league. So can they continue to perform this way? We'll see. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Did you love what you saw from the Lakers? Do you need to see more? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me know you do these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.